All right, this is what I'm gonna take care of now. I was gonna bend a piece of 16 gauge angle and then fit it in here, cut it round, and figure out what I'm gonna do on this side. And I have like 12-foot lengths, 10-foot lengths of 2x2. And I did happen to have, I need 14 inches, and I had this piece here from something. It's got like a powder coat on, so I figured, I'll throw that in the blaster and blast it off quick. That glass bead does not take that off, doesn't take it off. Work at it. So I I ground up two sides, cleaned it up. I didn't do the side, there's a seam in most tube. The seam is right here. So I'm just gonna take this, I'm gonna cut the two corners off, and I already have a nice piece that's bent real nice, and it's definitely a little heavier. I think it might be heavier than 16. It's perfect. And I was trying to figure out a way to keep screws. I want to sandblast some of this stuff because they're kind of unique screws, some of them, I think. I don't know. I just want to blast them. So I put them in the holes and they'd come out. So I bent them and it made it a little tighter for the screws. We'll see. I just like to blast them a little bit, and I suppose I could screw them in. I was thinking about screwing them into a can. Could do that too, and maybe get the inside. But I'm gonna try this. Maybe they'll blow around and I'll lose them. And then there ain't much left. This one's pretty thin, but I'll blast it, paint it, keep it for the next one. All right, guys. I'm just splitting. I'm gonna try to stay on that side of it because I'll just grind it. I don't want to dig into this piece I'm using. I already cut that side, the one side. I cut this side. I said I don't want to cut into it. I'd rather flapper it and save it. There's the seam where they made the tube. I don't want to use that. So we got that. I'll flapper that nice. There. I'll just work that down nice. And this is rounded already on the edge. Maybe I'll leave that on there. Or maybe I'll just smooth it out. All right, now I got a nice perfect piece. It's already bent. I didn't have to bend it or nothing. It's good to go. I'm gonna start working off of this piece. I could have took up some 16 gauge, bent it. I don't have nothing here to really bend it nice and perfect, so this works out really good. So that's what I'm gonna do. Gonna go up there and I'm gonna take and round it fit it in here the best I can. We'll see how I round it here and cut it back here or something like that. Catch it all, and I'm gonna just leave it up on over the top of there. And this is pretty thin. I'll see if I can zap some welds across there and go from there. Just to take care of this. Before I do that though, I gotta cut those, where this piece here needs to go up a little bit on that end where they had it over top those bolt heads. So I wanna cut around them to get this up where it's going to be from now on. All right, I decided not to cut those spots where the nuts are. It ain't gonna matter. Because I cleaned it all up over there, and I got this, it's shaped real nice, and I'm just gonna leave it. I mean, this whole thing is wrong and bondled back here, and it'll be fine. It's gonna be 200 times better than what it was with this big hole and that all bashed up. So I made a template to go in there. And it fits pretty good. And we gotta cover the bottom part here. And I'm just gonna take this, and I don't know, put it on there, and we'll guess something like that. I got extra, maybe I hope I got extra on it. We're just gonna cut it about, I don't know, we'll cut it off a little bit first, and then we can always cut a little bit more afterwards. So, yeah. Right there. So I'll cut that to fit up in there. Figuring this out as I go. That'll fit up in there. And I'm gonna have to probably cut some of this out here for sure. Yeah, because I don't wanna out over here. So that goes into there. You should cut off about, I don't know, wave out to here. I'm going to cut her up a little higher just in case, and I can go back and cut her. I can go back and cut a little more off. So we'll just do something like that for now, and then we can cut a little bit more and a little more. Otherwise we'll be using my other piece. Whew. All right, we're just gonna zip that off quick. All right, I had to get my flapper from over there. It's got a little bit of undercoating crud stuck in it. Clean this up a little bit better. Something like that. We'll go see. We'll go check that out. We'll be back here, back and forth a couple of times. But that's fine. I'd rather do that than cut her short and crap it up and have to start all over. All right, let's try her out. Okay, she's got to go in about another 1.5 inches, so I'm going to cut a slot in here so she fits under here and brings this out a little bit more. I don't know, I probably want to keep it about where it is, actually, so I'm probably just going to go and cut that in another, let's do about 3/4 of an inch. Cut that in about 3/4 of an inch. Now I just want to quick show you my little deal with the sandblaster. I didn't lose no screws. I got both sides worked out pretty good. Got this cleaned. Held my screws good enough. All right, I wouldn't cut it, tried it, and I noticed I had to take a little bit out of right here so it would fit in here. There's some it's probably from the factory, some kind of weather stripping, and there's a glob of weld or something there. I'll have to get that cleaned off because it's pushing this in. So other than that, and maybe trimming it around that screw hole and getting that glob of stuff cleaned out of there, I think it's going to be pretty dang good. Pretty dang good. It's going to fix the problem and look good. So I'm gonna be done for today. I gotta go run some Corvair heads in the Phoenix. So back at it again tomorrow. All right, this is where I'm at right now. This wedge blocking there to hold that up. I'm gonna tap that up in there to match the rest of this a little bit, I think. A little bit. We got her tacked all in on the top and the bottom, all the way around. It's looking good compared to how it was. Compared to other things that are on this 61, this is really good. Let me show you some crap. There's some crap. I'm like, a boogered up crap weld. They couldn't even weld down all the way. Piece of junk in there. Got fill there. So, gonna critique my work and what I'm doing. You know, it's fine. It's not a perfect truck, but it's a lot better than what it was. To do it right, you'd have to sandblast this whole truck apart. And it's got panels and patches and everywhere, so it is what it is. It's gonna be mechanically sound, hopefully, and look okay, and I don't care if it gets rock chips, scratches, whatever. I just want to be able to drive it and get from A to B, no problems, just use it. So I'm pretty happy with how that's turning out so far. All right, that's what we got on this side. I might try to get a little more weld up in there, or bring the vehicle down and try to get a little more up in there. I don't want to get too close and start burning the paint off on the outside. I'm happy with it. I mean, this here is all Bondo here. It's just kind of hanging on there, so I'm not worried about any of that stuff. Here's my inside. Just welded across the top. It's all welded in here. I got it welded. I mean, it's welded a lot here. I mean, you can put some fill in there, but I'm not even going to. I do have to do something with this back here, but I do got to figure out, that can get filled in, and then I got to put the piece that goes bolted here. It's missing. It's this piece right here to hold the back grill deal on. So I'll have to make that. And finish, weld this. There's another spot to weld up there. And that's why I like rat roddy style. Yeah, I don't care then. So, like I said, I'm just fixing it up to keep the water and the dirt out of there. And this will be just great. I don't want to play around with this too much because it's got fill on there. I could probably get a couple more little zaps in there and some zaps in across here. I'll bring it down and get that welded in all the way across, so it's just solid in there. I got that underneath, it's all done solid. So I'll do that. I'll probably cut a piece to put in here and kind of figure out what the heck I'm going to do with this crap here that's all bent up. And it's only going to be so much. I mean, this really takes care of the problem for the most part. This is the low spot. It gets anything in there, it's going to come out. But I'm still going to kind of cover this up, most of it. I might leave a hole here, put a hole in it or something, because that's the lowest spot in this back here. So, yeah. Now, this side here was all fine. Nothing rotted out on this side, but it just really seems like under the battery side, it always caught water somehow and went to crap. Here we go. Another dust storm coming toward storm. God damn. Woo! Dang. Whew. Just got windy out there. Just rolled in. They said we get some rain maybe. Oh shit. There we go. God damn. Oh, oh shit. It is storming and dusty. Phew. Go back inside. Oh. Well, it's nice in here. Well, dang, must have dropped 20 degrees out there. All right. Whew, that storm blew in quick. I went out to, with the camera, and I sat my gloves and my piece down, I couldn't find it. So, what I did is I made a template, and I hear the rain coming out. And I'm going to put this in there about like that, And I'm gonna trim this down a little bit, I think. I'll bend it over. I'll put it about like that. I can heat it up as I don't know. Heat it up, bend it over a little bit and weld it on there. And then I'm gonna call that good. Maybe I'll fix this little piece on the end here, and then that's it for this spot. All right, well, it stopped blowing out there. All right. Ooh, is it nice and cool out here? It's cold out. Well, all right, got a little bit of rain. We probably got more rain now than we did in the last 4 or 5 months. Believe it or not. That's crazy. We'll check the rain gauges and see what we got. Nice out, nice and cool. Fire trucks are going. Just checked my rain gauge. We got a 1/2 inch. I think we're about 5/8 for about 4.5, 5 months. And we'll probably get more tonight. About time. All right, that's where I'm at now. I got it all welded all the way down to here. I got this hole here from them. This is crap they put in. And it looks like they used, actually it looks like, I don't know, it looks like a stick welder, big lobby weld here. So I'm gonna take and make a piece of fit in there and weld that in. And that's about it. The rest here, this is Bondo, big hole, and it's hanging right here. And I'm just gonna clean that up a little bit and leave it. I don't know if I can get some of this paint made. If I can, I would clean this up a little bit here, bust that off, feather it in, fill it a little bit maybe, and just paint it. I'm not too worried about it right now, but more or less gotta get it on the road. But yeah, I'm gonna fix that spot there. Then I'm almost done with this area. I just gotta do a little more work on the other side, up on the inside the wheel well. All right, this is where I am now. I had made a piece that fit in here. It'll fit right in there. I'm gonna start welding down there and work my way up. I can always tap it a little more straighter. I got it shaped pretty good. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Getting tired. The temperature cooled off with the storm, but now the humidity's going up. But I don't know, it's still not too bad. Alright. So I got a tactor right there. That feels pretty good right there. Yeah. Hit a well right there. Let's see. Well right there. I think this hole is supposed to be in there. It's on the other side. It just has a little, looks like a drain, a little V area there, but this one won't have it, but it's still got the hole. I don't know if water can come out that. I mean, it's obviously lower here, so I think I'm probably just gonna drill a hole right down through there. And like this. Pull her off a little bit. So hard to see here. I don't mind if I get a little globby on there. I'll finish grinding her off, flap her off real nice. So I'll continue welding, tap that in nice and flush, and get that part finished up. Maybe I'll grind some of the goobery weld off here a little bit. Well, I know it looks like crap, But it's a hell of a lot better than it did. I mean, this is what they had here. This was Big Loves Weld. I did all that. Now it may look like it looks. It's solid welded and solid. I really could just use some body fill on there. I mean, it is what it is. It's better than what it was. It's all sealed up for the most part. And yeah, I'm happy enough with it. All right, I got that done good enough behind me. Back up there. I got it cleaned up around here. Oh, I got it swept the floors. It's raining out. Cooled off. I do got to get back up on top a little bit back in here. A little weld in there. And then that part's done. And go on to the next part. We're getting her done. Maybe I can be out here tomorrow morning, I don't know. You'd better be in the house editing. But it stormed out a couple of times. Oh, we probably got, well, I know we only got about, about maybe 5/8 of an inch since, I don't know, May. So it's been a long time without any rain. And I checked it once and we had a 1/2 inch of rain. And it's rained a couple more times since, so I don't know if we got 3/4 or not, but hey, we'll take it. All right. Finally finished with this here. It's all done. And I cleaned this up a little bit more, and I don't know, I started messing around with their clumps of Bondo on there that was hanging off because they never sanded it, just left it all chunky. I don't know, I'll have to touch it up with some kind of paint. Now I'm working over on this side, if I can get to it. All right, over on this side, I think they did like the other side, they were welding a bolt or something in there and screwed it up. So I made a patch piece I'm gonna put over that and weld that in real nice. I'm gonna go from the other side, try to weld the hole, and it's nothing left right here. It's just thin. Try to weld that in a little bit and feather it in so it looks nice on the engine side. And then that part will be done. What's up, buddy? What's up, Jackie? I don't know where you are. Are you coming to help? Are you coming to help me? Huh? Good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Yes, good boy. Yes, you're a good boy. All right. Oh, good. I got my other gloves here without holes in it. I should move this stuff out. So I got her tacked in there. Saturday morning, I'm out in the shop early. Joe kicked me off the computer. She wants to use it for, I was editing, wanted to edit. It's so nice out. We got 1 1/8 inches of rain, and we probably, that's almost double what we got in 5+ months, 4.5, 5. I don't know. I have to figure it out. But so I'm just gonna zap this in. I got it tacked in there. It's a stretch here. And it's more light. More light. Nice and tight. I'm catching this piece I'm putting in there and bringing it back because this might have some thin spots in it. Now, grab some push against it, just in case. I'm just pushing against it just in case. She's a stretch. She's stretching there. And check that bottoms. Okay. I'm gonna get the air hose hooked up so I can blow that to cool it off. And then I'll finish tacking, blow, tack, till I get it all the way around real nice. All right, I got her tacked all the way around there. Cooled off, I think. That's not too bad. So I will flapper that, smooth it out, and then go on the inside and work from there. All right, so I flappered it, ran my wire wheel over a bit. It looks pretty nice to me. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. It's just a patch to cover it up. Well, then I sat my whip down, and of course it melted a hole right into my treble light wire cord here. Yeah, having fun. I guess it's still working. All right, this is where I'm gonna leave it. You can keep welding and grind. Pretty soon you're not gonna, it's just, you know, there's gotta be a point you gotta stop. I could put a little fill across there, just a little bit, fill that in. It's hardly anything, but yeah, you'll see it when it's painted. So I might just put a little fill on there, sand it, but I'm done with that. I'm gonna weld this here spot here. This is another one, I think, of their attempts of doing a hanger. And this one here too, because that was a weld, fresh weld. That was a weld on the back side. There was a hole there. Maybe it could have been still a ground strap too. I can re-drill a hole, but they had weld and it was all boogered up. That was welded crap, something on there boogered up. And this is, I know for sure, where they had a threaded rod through to try to hold their dual exhaust that they did. So that's what I'm doing now, weld those up. Well, I don't know if we can get this all in here and see me and all this stuff. So what I did is I cut some little circles out, 16 gauge. I just took the cutoff wheel, I got it so it fits right in that hole. It's thicker than this stuff. And I got a few different sizes I cut. And I'm gonna tack it onto this piece of wire, and I can hold it in there and weld it. I gotta straighten that up though a little bit first. It's a little not so round right there. So straighten this up a little bit. Yeah. I don't know. Something like that. Yeah, put my gloves on so I don't burn my fingers. Some gloves without holes. And I don't know. It's fun working in this tiny spot here. So, that on there. I'm going to start with one of these tinier ones. There's like 4 of them. Ain't got time for welding helmets. Oh, kind of holding it enough. I gotta get a welding helmet. All right, can we get more people in this little area? Anyways, I'm going to stick that up in that hole. The wires are getting hot. Yeah. Didn't even use a welding helmet because as soon as I went to put it down, I moved my piece. There's my deal. Do the same for this one. Come on. Where did it go? Nice. There we go. Of course, it's a little big for that. There we go. I put something in there. Just, I could have probably just put this wire in there and closed it enough too. Now I'm pretty sure that was another thing that they had welded on, because it was a fresh weld on there. Is it for something I have to drill a hole later and put in? I hope not. I wish I could see what I'm doing here. It's dark. Dark in here. Dang it. Let's see. It's always too much light or not enough light, and it's in your face. I want a treble light that's dimmable. And that's pretty blinding. So it makes me hard to see too. Should have let it cool. Let it cool a little bit before I start twisting on it. Just want to fill that hole. I'm almost gonna weld around it. And that's how I'm gonna leave it. Wow. You know, I'll the reason I'm not going to try to weld a little bit in there is because what happens if something was supposed to go there, a grounding strap. Well, like I said, there's some globs of weld on there. So this one here I finished welding up, and I will flapper that all nice. I know that was a strap, or a threaded rod for their hanger that they had for their dual exhaust they did. Alright, I got it done. You know, it's a hair noticeable, but I could touch a little fill on it. If I keep welding and grinding on it, it's going to be thin and nothing left. So, done. I'm done with it.